The courtroom was unusually crowded that morning. Lawyers shuffled papers, reporters whispered quietly, and spectators leaned forward, expecting another routine hearing. The judge, known for his sharp humor and strict attitude, walked in with confidence. Everyone stood as he took his seat. Soon, the clerk called the next case. A calm black woman stepped forward from the back of the courtroom. She carried a simple folder and wore a neat professional suit. Some people barely noticed her at first. She walked slowly but confidently toward the center, showing no signs of fear or nervousness, even though all eyes slowly turned toward her. As the woman reached the front, the judge glanced at her quickly before reviewing the file in front of him. He raised an eyebrow, clearly unimpressed. The judge was used to people appearing confused or nervous in his courtroom. He assumed she was just another person unprepared for legal questioning. The courtroom stayed quiet as he asked her name and purpose for being present. She answered politely and clearly. Her voice was calm and steady. Some spectators noticed her confidence and whispered among themselves. The judge, however, seemed slightly amused, almost expecting the situation to become entertaining for him. The judge asked if she had legal representation. She calmly explained that she was there to address the case personally. The judge chuckled softly, leaning back in his chair. He made a light joke about people thinking they could manage complex legal matters without professional lawyers. A few people in the courtroom laughed quietly, following the judge's tone. The woman stood still, showing no reaction to the comment. She held her folder firmly and waited patiently. Her composed expression made some observers curious, as she did not react emotionally or defensively like most individuals facing pressure inside court. The judge continued asking questions, his voice carrying a slightly sarcastic tone. He questioned her understanding of the legal process and whether she knew the seriousness of the case. She answered each question respectfully and precisely. The judge seemed surprised by her clarity, but still maintained a doubtful attitude. The lawyers sitting nearby exchanged glances, noticing her professional vocabulary and confidence. The courtroom audience grew more attentive. Something about her presence felt different. Still, the judge continued, assuming he was in control of the conversation and expecting her to eventually struggle under pressure. The woman gently asked if she could present some documents before continuing. The judge nodded casually, expecting routine paperwork. She carefully placed the documents on the clerk's desk, requesting they be reviewed properly. The clerk examined them and paused briefly, raising his eyebrows slightly. The judge noticed the reaction and leaned forward. He requested the documents himself. As he scanned the first page, his expression shifted slightly, though he quickly masked it. The courtroom became noticeably quieter. The woman stood silently, her posture straight, her expression calm, almost as if she already knew the impact the documents would create. The judge cleared his throat and continued reviewing the papers. He flipped through multiple pages, each one making him more focused. His earlier humor disappeared, replaced by serious concentration. The lawyers nearby leaned slightly forward, trying to catch a glimpse of the documents. The courtroom audience sensed the change in atmosphere. The woman remained still, hands folded in front of her. Her confidence was steady, not arrogant, just controlled. The judge finally placed the papers down slowly, adjusting his glasses. He looked at her again, this time with clear curiosity rather than amusement. The judge asked her to clarify her professional background. The woman politely explained her legal experience, mentioning years of service, complex case handling, and leadership roles. Each sentence added more weight to her presence. The judge listened carefully, no longer interrupting. The courtroom remained silent as spectators exchanged confused looks. Some reporters began writing notes rapidly. The woman spoke respectfully, never raising her voice, never showing pride. She simply stated facts. The judge nodded slowly, realizing he may have underestimated the individuals standing before him. The entire courtroom felt the tension rising steadily. One of the senior lawyers in the courtroom leaned to another attorney, whispering something urgently. Their expressions showed sudden recognition. The judge noticed their reaction and requested full identification from the woman. She opened her folder again and carefully handed over an official identification card. The clerk received it first, reading it carefully before passing it to the judge. As the judge read the card, his posture straightened immediately. His expression turned serious. The courtroom audience sensed something major had just happened, though most people still didn't understand the reason behind the sudden shift. The judge placed the identification card gently on the desk and looked directly at the woman. His earlier relaxed attitude completely disappeared. He confirmed her full title aloud, causing several lawyers to sit upright in shock. A soft wave of whispers spread across the courtroom. The woman stood quietly, offering a respectful nod. She showed no sign of satisfaction or pride. The judge adjusted his robe and cleared his throat again, now speaking in a far more respectful tone. The entire courtroom environment shifted from casual curiosity to complete seriousness within seconds. The judge acknowledged her position and apologized for any unintended disrespect earlier. The woman responded graciously, stating that she understood first impressions could sometimes be misleading. Her calm response made the courtroom audience even more impressed. She explained her involvement in the case and the importance of reviewing the matter carefully. Her explanation was clear, logical, and professional. Even the most experienced lawyers in the room listened carefully. The judge nodded repeatedly, showing full attention. The earlier tension slowly transformed into professional respect throughout the courtroom. She began explaining the legal complications of the case, highlighting overlooked details and procedural concerns. Her analysis was sharp and detailed, revealing errors that had gone unnoticed. The judge listened carefully, occasionally reviewing the file again. The lawyers present exchanged surprised looks, realizing the case had deeper legal implications than expected. The courtroom remained completely silent as she spoke. Her voice stayed calm, confident, and measured. She avoided emotional language, focusing purely on legal reasoning. Every sentence strengthened her credibility and authority. The judge asked several technical questions, testing her understanding of the case. She answered each one precisely, citing legal principles and past rulings. The courtroom audience became deeply engaged, watching an unexpected but powerful exchange between two strong legal minds. The judge appeared impressed by her clarity and preparation. The lawyers present began reviewing their own notes nervously, realizing new strategies might be needed. The tension inside the courtroom remained strong even during the short break. When the session resumed, the judge returned with a noticeably more serious expression. He addressed the courtroom, acknowledging the importance of accurate legal review. He thanked the woman for bringing critical issues forward. The courtroom audience listened carefully, sensing a major decision approaching. The woman stood silently, maintaining her calm and respectful posture. The judge began discussing the corrected legal perspective, referencing the concerns she had raised earlier. His tone showed complete professionalism and respect. The judge announced that the case required deeper examination before final judgment. He ordered additional review and temporary adjustments to previous rulings. The lawyers present reacted with visible surprise, but accepted the decision respectfully. The courtroom audience whispered softly, recognizing the unusual but necessary legal correction. The woman nodded slightly, showing appreciation for the court's willingness to reconsider. Her expression remained calm, focused, and professional throughout the announcement. After the decision, the judge addressed the courtroom audience briefly, emphasizing the importance of never underestimating individuals based on appearance. His message carried a strong lesson about fairness and respect. The audience listened carefully, realizing the deeper meaning behind the morning's events. The woman remained quiet, allowing the moment to speak for itself. Her dignity and professionalism had already made a strong impact on everyone present. Several lawyers approached her respectfully after the hearing, complimenting her knowledge and professionalism. She thanked them politely, maintaining her calm personality. Reporters attempted to ask questions, but she declined politely, stating that the focus should remain on legal fairness rather than personal recognition. Her humble response impressed even more people around her. The courtroom slowly emptied, but conversations about the unexpected reveal continued among spectators and legal professionals. Outside the courtroom, discussions spread quickly among legal circles and media outlets. Many praised the importance of professionalism and preparation displayed during the hearing. The case itself became secondary to the powerful lesson about respect and equality. The woman quietly left the building without seeking attention. Her calm departure matched her calm entrance earlier that day. Those who witnessed the moment would remember it for years as an example of dignity and quiet strength. The courtroom returned to normal operations later that afternoon, but the impact of the event remained strong. The judge reflected on the experience, understanding the value of patience and open judgment. The lawyers carried new respect for careful legal review. The spectators shared the story widely, inspired by the powerful message delivered through actions rather than words. The woman's composed presence reminded everyone that true authority often speaks softly but leaves a lasting impression. The unexpected courtroom moment became a story of respect, professionalism, and justice.